What's up, everybody? Hello, and welcome back to some more Vicky 3. As always, it's Sean here, and today we're going to be starting a new campaign with the economic dominance objective, and we are going to be playing as Japan. Now, I don't really have any particular reason for why I wanted to play Japan, other than I woke up today and had the urge to give them a try again. In my opinion, Japan is one of the most fun nations to play in this game. They're the nation that I learned the game as, and I haven't played them since, I think, the very first patch of Vicky came out. So we're going to run them back. I think it's kind of our own sub-objective. We're going to try to reclaim the Imperial Japanese borders as they were in 1936 and kind of recreate a little bit of history there. We might not have the same government type. We'll take the land. So if everyone is unaware, that was Korea, a big chunk of Manchuria here, Taiwan, and there were some of these small islands out here that were owned by Japan around that time. Maybe we'll do more, try to take some land out of China, but we're going to be just really doing a kind of a fun campaign here. No crazy challenges, no nothing. Just good old-fashioned Vicky as one of the best nations in the game here. So, let's kind of take a look at our starting situation. As is the big theme with Japan, we start off as a shogunate, a monarchy, and we have very, very backwards laws here with autocracy, national supremacy, freedom of conscience, hereditary bureaucrats. Damn near everything is backwards except for the fact that we don't have slaves. And the big thing here is we are isolationists with closed borders, meaning we cannot import or export or do any trade with our market. We have to produce everything locally. Now, let's kind of go through our laws and what we want to do. We definitely want to empower the intelligentsia. We have a ton of excess authority because of the way our laws work. I think definitely want to bolster the intelligentsia here. I might be able to pull some shenanigans in order to get... See, I haven't played Japan since they had the agitators added, so you might be able to do something with exiling dissidents here, because whenever you exile someone, you will get someone who will be the opposite type of your government's ideology. So if we exile the Buddhist monk here, we get an abolitionist, which is interesting in that I can use them to get tenant farmers passed, which is actually a very big law to have passed here. I think we keep in the samurai and we pass some laws that are specifically focused around them. Namely, dedicated police force. 21% chance versus 67 professional army. Let's do the 67 professional army here. And the shogunate actually like this. This is good. No one hates this. We'll do professional army and then we'll do dedicated police force, both of which are going to weaken the political strength of the aristocrats here. See, it's 25%. Going to professional army will get it down to not having that modifier, and it'll actually make our army way stronger. Instead, we'll be bolstering the armed forces. Meanwhile, for dedicated police force, they have 5% per level shogunate landowner political strength, and if you go down to dedicated police force, that goes away, which is good. Though we do have lesser penalties per turmoil, so I guess this is better for turmoil, but you enforce the landowners. Interesting. All right, that sounds like a plan. As far as our text, you can see we are a little bit backwards here. I probably want to go for railways first. I think that makes sense here. Want to go heavy, heavy, heavy into the industrialization phase. Probably going to ignore a lot of our infantry stuff. It's just not going to be relevant, really, at the start here. We do start with colonization, but we don't have quinine, which is interesting. Do we have colonization as a law? Probably... Oh, we do! Does that mean I can colonize? I can't colonize Hokkaido. Is Hokkaido already a colony? It is already a colony. That's interesting. Now, for our claims, I think I want to get one down here. Do I want to try to snatch this from... Maybe I try to snatch Kenya. It's just for fun. We'll put something out there just to see. I doubt it'll work out, but... You know, it is what it is. We'll give it a try, see if we can get something fun going here. Let's look at our kind of building startup here. So we start with textile mills, some furniture mills. Let's go speed 4 here. I'm not going to unpause, but everything is kind of basic here. Butchery tools. We don't have tools workshops yet, which makes sense. We have ports that can go to cargo port, but we don't have enough clippers for that, I don't believe. Do we have shipyards? We have one shipyard. Probably not enough to go clippers. Logging mills as well. Fishing trawlers. Okay, okay. And we could go to iron frame buildings. So let's take a look at our market right now, see what we have shortages of. And remember that everything we make here, we're going to have to produce ourselves. So if we want to kick over to iron frame buildings, which I guarantee we do, it's going to acquire tools and iron. Okay? Let's go ahead and see what we can do there. So currently with iron, we produce none of it. All right, this could be an interesting process here. If I go to sawmills, I get 390 more wood. Trying to balance how much I want to go into building construction sectors right away, or just using my construction capacity to build up and then build the construction sectors. Trying to see which is more efficient. Do I go for construction sectors right now and then have them working without all their resources? Or do I get the resources and then do the construction sectors? Let's try doing it right away. First off, let's see how much funds we can generate here. So if I tax... Damn, these are actually very not good. Tax services right away. I think I want to bolster... Let's suppress the Buddhist... Well... Let's bolster the rural folk. And leave everything else as is. Comes to taxes, let's do one on tobacco here. I think I want to start with 5 construction sectors. Sort by peasants. We have a ton of peasants, but not a ton of job seekers here. Let's go and get 4 each of this. It's going to take a bunch of wood there. And then what I want to do is get some early tooling industry. So we want to go and find where we have a good number of peasants here. Sort by the number. Let's do 5 tooling workshops in Kansai. And then we're going to also want to go and build 5 iron mines in Kanto right away. So let's go and pause here, get us started. Don't do any diplomatic plays. I know I immediately paused again here. We don't have a navy, do we? No, we don't have a navy. Okay. That makes more sense. Let's create a fleet over here, just in case we need it. I'll put the intelligentsia in charge. Have to keep that in mind. Looks like we'll be basically going in our own nation here. Let's look at our journal entries. The Tirakoya system. Better investment, we get... Okay, education access. We're actually struggling here. Because we get malices to research speed. There's the old recognition system, which I kind of don't like, because it takes a lot longer to get recognized, but oh well. Alright, for our politics, we are going to be making friends with Russia and Great Britain. Probably France, too. Normally, these guys tend to want to get involved with our nation and maybe force us to have investment rights this patch, so hopefully by making friends with them, we can avoid some of that and have someone strong to kind of back us up here. Professional Army should pass pretty fast. Not too concerned there. I really just want to keep an eye on the market, I think, is going to be the main focus here. Because wood's going to be a problem once we build all of these construction sectors, but it's going to get our capacity up a little bit here. The tools, we don't have a demand for them yet, but we will. Let's get the anatomic success chance here. So it's going to take about 70 tools to get our wood production up. Fishing trawlers are its own thing. Market squares and then gas street lights. We'll look at those later. We do have some glass. Do we have excess glass? We have 19 excess glass. How much does it take to turn on market squares? I actually can afford it, so let's do that. As that law gets passed here. The real fun thing about Japan is you get to manage the full life cycle of all of your nation. Like, you get to really drill down and focus on making the goods you need to fill your market. It's really great for learning how to balance all of this. Now, accomplished professional army, we can go and do the other one, which would be... Oh, we need to do this at some point. Let's do dedicated police force right away. We'll have some people opposing it. But hopefully we get lucky with our rolls. We do have a land reformer in charge of the rural folk. So we are bolstering them. Same with the intelligentsia here. Dedicated police force is failing. Unfortunate. Hopefully the debate goes well. Alright, now we're getting our tooling workshops built. That will allow us to cut over our... I believe it's the logging camps? Yes. Cut these over to sawmills. Each level of tooling will produce how much of this? I should look at this ahead of time. Produce 30 tools at the cost of wood. So if we do this, that'll be enough for 2 of them. And there comes the first one in 4 weeks. Okay. And how much of these tooling do we need? So we'll have enough tooling there. We're going to need about 475 iron, which is going to be its whole thing. This is Living Prabong versus Siam. Let's go ahead and do the success chime here. I want to get involved in this if I can, and hopefully get something from it. And get a war goal. I can make Siam a tributary. Problem is I can't really land in Siam. Alternatively, could take that state. Who else is involved in this? Let's see. It's just the 2. Siam should win. If I thought I could land my troops here, I might do it. But we don't have a navy to do a naval invasion, so we'll just let that kind of pass without us interfering, I think. No reason to really get involved unless someone gives us something crazy. Unless I can get something like, let's get an obligation with you, and we'll get involved for that. In fact, the Dutch are siding it the other way. Now, with the Dutch getting involved, the arithmetic kind of changes a little bit. If I come over here... Oh, they're going to take Siam as protectorate. I'll do just Siamese war reps. We're not going to actually send anybody. We're just going to give them the old, like, we'll help you, sure. Go do your thing. And then just kind of let them not do their thing. Here comes our tooling. That should be fine. How much are these iron mines going to produce? So each one will give us 20 levels of iron. That's 100 iron. That's still a long way from what we need for our construction sectors. Maybe I go and turn these on in increments here. Centers break ranks. We will give them control over the bill. Get some more radicals here. Not easy to get this law passed, it seems. But that is fine. We'll take our time. Looks like Siam's winning. No brainer there. I think we're on the Ling Prabong side. Yeah. Are the Dutch gonna get involved? Looks like a no. I think we sided with the losing boys here, but that's fine. Do they want anything from us, or are they all good? Yeah, they didn't want anything. Corporate dress goes awry. Unfortunate, we're going to kind of suffer here. Yeah, we'll just back out here. Let's do a white piece. I estimated the winner wrong, unfortunately. It happens. Here comes our tooling. I think we have enough tools right now. Let's go ahead and kick up an iron mine in front of these 2 tooling workshops here. Alright, looks like we couldn't get that passed. We have a movement to enact homesteading. I like this. But I don't like what happens to the Shogun when we do it. Well, we have a chance here. We just gotta make sure we appease the Shogun in every way. This would be huge for us. Finish colonizing Hokkaido. Let's colonize Sakhalin next. Can I get something with GB and or... Okay, no, I can't. Russia. League of Liberty has been formed by the United States of America. That's fun. Against the odds. Hopefully this works. We don't have anyone who's an agitator here. But the movement's still formed. This is a good movement for us. It's a really good start. Get this law passed, please. And thank you. Alright, our iron mines are starting to come in. That means I think I could turn on a little bit of our construction for iron frame buildings. We won't do all of them at once. We'll do just Chubu. Going to cause a shortage of iron, which we are working on meeting right now. So let's see how much we can get there. There is homesteading. That will be big. We also need more tools. Okay, where do we go from here? I think the easy answer is... State religions is definitely a no. National Guard is probably a no as well. I think now we need to throw in someone else. Let's throw in the Buddhist monks here. See what we can get done with them around. Let's go for colonial exploitation. Just to make people a little bit happier. Movement preserve frontier colonization, that's fine. It's all about this iron balance we have. So let's see, if I just kick them all over to iron frame buildings, it's going to be more expensive, but we can build things a little bit faster. So I guess it is okay to just kick them over and just take the malice, and you'll still get a little bit more return there. Oh, here comes the Opium Wars. Looks like China has lost. And here comes our problems with debt here. Okay. They want tenant farmers. We will not give them tenant farmers. The duel, it is a shogunate versus the shogunate. Let them fight. Now you have a traditionalist in charge. Actually have a very angry shogun here. That could be a problem. Sure, we'll do anti-Russia lobby. Do support for that movement. I need to raise taxes. Damn, we can't actually afford our construction. This is kind of rough. We'll cut back our wages of everybody. And then I can levy taxes to bridge the gap here. I mean, if I really want to get the most out of this, I could do all the cheap stuff. And what's a nice, like, tax on luxury clothes? Now we're making money again. Okay. This is not going to pass. Fortunate. We lose more and more money. To be expected a little bit here. Where are we getting this? We're getting it from Kanto. If we go to Kanto, I wanted to create this as a resource extraction place to help me with some of my losses we see in these iron mines. So in Kanto in particular, we have 5 of these. And they are fully employed, making the most of what they can. We still have a shortage, okay. Tooling is also short. We're going to need to build more and more iron mines, it seems. Because our debt is spiraling out of control here. Maybe being a little bit too aggressive with some of the build up here. Because we're already paying 4K in interest. What if I go back to just wood frame buildings? We still lose out here. Oh no, we can make some money back. Never mind, we fluctuate. Alright, we're gonna go to iron frame, but I will be paying off our credit, because this 4K in interest is not sustainable for us. Demand, they get an obligation. No message, we said yes, I am. None at all. Okay, so let's kind of think what we have now. There's a movement for rights of assembly. Don't want to do that because it'll piss the shogunate off. For no reason. And don't want to make those guys mad. Madder than they already are, I should say. So, we're going to pay off our credit limit, get rid of that 4K in interest, and what do we build next? This will still be a shortage of iron whenever we build it. Let's do... Tooling's fine. Yeah, we're going to need to build more iron, I think, still. How is our... We're getting atmospheric engine pump, which will help out, which means we're going to need a little bit of coal mines. Let's kind of just throw 2 of these in for Kyushu. Those will produce... What is that going to be? 50 coal? And how much does it take to swap us over to... gas streetlights here? 14 coal. So the first one that gets built, we can turn that on, and the second one will be there for when we want to do iron frame buildings. Okay. Maybe one more logging camp while we're already building this. I think that's good. We'll just throw one in Chubu, just so we use all of our capacity for construction. As we build up more and more credit. A lot of changes. Let's go ahead and... Oh, damn, they're unhappy with anybody we put in here. We have the theocrat power again. I think we need to get the intelligentsia in here. Problem is it's too disliked. Who are you? You're a traditionalist. You are also a traditionalist. Okay. We'll let our debt pay off. We'll take some time. Losing a little bit of efficiency here and getting our stuff passed, but it is what it is. I probably want to change my consumption taxes a little bit. It's hard to say. Addiction, okay. Unfortunate, but we'll just deal with it. Can I... This is already incorporated. Colonies growing in Sakhalin. Credit's about paid off. Interest is going down pretty fast. We're losing our rank. I'm not really bothered by it. How much excess do we have here? Let's do one more set of iron mines. Did I already turn on gas street lights? I have not. Let's turn it on right now. And I think we can turn on wrought iron tools here. Okay, now there is atmospheric engine pump. We want to turn that on right away. Just going to take more tools and we produce more iron. We're going to turn on wrought iron tooling over here. Leaded glass, lathes. I like lathes, and I think I like the dye workshop here. I think we should have already capacity for all of those. And we should be able to slowly get out of our deficit here. I think if we can pay off all of our iron costs and our tool costs and make those cheap, we'll actually be doing all right with our production. Because now we're only losing 9K. It's getting in a better direction. Half of that is interest, so really it's 4K in losses. Despite the fact we are raising all of our funds here. We're taxing like crazy people. Okay, now we make money. Artistic inspiration. Pro Country Lobby is fine. Shikoku. 5-year cost. We're just going to take the famine and get some devastation. Gonna have to just deal with it. How do the bigger nations feel about us? I see France is having some fun. Let them be. Where do we go from here? Well, I think we can get a little lead mine. Let's go and get like one lead mine. We'll do just like a 2-size lead mine. Keep an eye on how this affects our iron. Iron's doing fine. New ruler. Ieishu Tokugawa. This is tough. Samurai are weak again. authoritarian and a theocrat. Paying off our debt, that's what I like to see. Where do we go next? Well, I think it could be beneficial if we make one more iron mine, or 2 more coal mines, I should say. And then I want to start getting a little bit of shipyards in Kyushu. Let's get about 2 more shipyards here, because these produce about 30 clippers per, and if I go and kick over our... First off, you to atmospheric engine pumps. Don't want to spend more tools. And then whale trawlers here. It's going to take another clipper, which will have a shortage, but we can fix the shortage. Government wages are expensive. Transfer living per bond. No, thank you. Give me war reps for Chiang Ma. Sure, I'll come help. Theoretically, I'm helping here. Okay, looks like we're doing pretty well. Devout scandal, go ahead and step down. Let's get a new leader of the devout. He is traditionalist. That's probably not good. But that's definitely not good. Let's go and just get higher legitimacy here. Buddhist monks be damned. We don't need them. Okay, we're only losing 2k while we have 2 things building. That's a good little vibe check. Let's do a couple more iron mines. Probably just get up to 5 iron mines here. And I want to build a couple more of the tooling workshops. This is going to be our first little loop, feedback loop of buildings. Now we're losing 15k, 4k of that from interests. Get a little bit back from government packs, mostly taxes. Would be good to probably build out our industries that we tax too. Yeah, so if we have a bonus to our iron production, you can see whenever this goes down and we have closer to 0, we actually make money. So if we get our interest paid off, I think we'll be doing actually quite all right here. Currently we lose 5k from interest. And we'll be able to sustain 60 construction, which will not the best. It's pretty damn good for early game. So we're getting back towards being balanced, despite the fact we're not paying anybody anything, which is a problem. Especially since we pissed off the intelligentsia a lot, apparently. I don't know how this happened. But I'm happy with them being involved. If they start a revolt, we can actually get some stuff passed here. Our heir is authoritarian too. National militia and line infantry. Good. We won't have time to really focus on those, I don't think. Per cap taxation and banking. That is a good law to pass. We don't be able to do anything there, though. I almost want to cut the bolstering to the hymen, which is a fun thing to say. Let's see, Dutch East Indies and East Indies Aristocratic Revolt. I can get a bankroll from them. Sure, I'll take a bankroll. I doubt you'll be able to live for a while, but any money that you give us, money we will take. Netherlands don't like us. Would the other one offer us to go to their side? No, they wouldn't. We're going to lose this, but that's fine. We're not actually trying to win here. We just want the bankroll. Help us pay back our credit there. 20k. Help us pay things off really fast. And I think once we pay everything off, we'll be in a good spot to keep just building straight up. So next thing we want to probably throw in there is going to be some of these clothing industries. Because I don't think we have any. We do have some. Let's get 5 in Kansai, and then for the furniture factories, let's get another 3 in Chubu. We can make money while actually building, which is good. Because time is a valuable resource in Vicky. You want to always be doing as much as you can. Can I exile you and force you to take a different stage? You do. They're now pissed. I'm happy pissing them off, the intelligentsia. Because there's the odds that they might actually start a movement with our agitators. So, leader, political strength. 7 radicals is why this is doing terrible. All right, so we lost our sub-ignition here. This color change is weird to me, unless you are also a different color. No. Interesting. Are you now a protectorate? That's why. But we're getting close to making good money here. Worry about our interest growth. The clothing imbalance should be fine. Let's check and see what we're doing with these clothing industry, actually. We are doing craftsmanship showing. We are actually making good money from this. What if I kick you over just to normal for Kansai? Or vice versa, turn this on normal. No, we make more money that way. Okay. Only losing a little bit. It's right on the edge. It's going to cost wood. How's our wood surplus? Starting to get bad. Looks like we have steel tools and precision furniture. So, we need to start getting steel as well as sulfite printing. Precision tools we will probably turn on. This is the problem with having all of this in the same region. It's going to be a little tough to turn it on. Okay, we need to start working a little bit on steel, I think. Yeah, let's go and get a little bit of steel industry here. Get just probably 2 of these in Kanto. You can put about 120 steel from that production, and to kick our workshops over, it's going to take just that much steel, which I think is a good conversion there. In fact, let's kick one of the furniture factories down. And we're now losing even more money. What's going on here? Losing an obligation with Siam. Not going too hot over here right now. It is traditionalist versus reformer. Oh, it's actually a really good guy here. We will let them lose popularity, but if I can get that reformer in charge of their party. There's your jingoist, that's your reformer, and that's your traditional. So we're going to retire both of these guys and promote the reformer with the hopes of the next time someone dies in that party, he becomes in charge. You are 47, so it's unlikely you're going to die anytime too soon. Some loyalists here. Alright, those are our steel mills being built. Wait for them to get finished. Investment pool's growing. We don't have private investment yet. We do a very strong intelligentsia presence. Okay, now I think we can start kicking over the tooling workshops to steel tools. It's going to cause a shortage initially. Once this is done, we should see that fixed. And then it's time to pay off our debt, because that is very high. Yeah, all these taxes that only give us like 100 are pretty terrible. Can you please start a movement? Everyone is unhappy, which is perfect. That's what we want. Not really, but it counts for something. We want to just weaken the shogun here. Ideally getting him out of government. We're going to pay off our credit again. It's kind of the cyclical thing we do here. Against the odds. Let's do... bonus to the Ainu pop. Leave the Japanese Russian Society, Mr. Intelligentsia. 65% of your interest group is radical. We are getting private investment now, which is good. It means we built up a little bit here. What is the nation? What's the area that we have bonuses to rice farms? You have bonus to coal in Ainu. Kanto has bonus to rice farms. Bonus to coal in Kyushu. These are just bays and inland seas, right? Kansai has 10% rice farm. How does that compare to Kanto? I guess we'll just build up some rice farms in Kansai then. Let's get 5 of these. Each of these produces some grain and some fruit. 5 won't be enough to get us there. Let's go and go back to Kanto as well. And you're just doing normal focus. This will gift you... that'll be enough to finish us off. Okay. That's good. Bali wants to give us some stuff, or wants to do some stuff. China's siding with Bali. Questionable, but we'll let them do it. $20K in losses here, mostly from iron. What's our iron demand looking like? We have excess iron. We're still losing out here. It's just very expensive regardless what we do. Okay. People are adjusting. Times are changing. We can probably go away from some of the sugar production. Investment process for steel mill just takes more iron to make more steel. Long-term good for us, but short-term don't need it. Rice farms are getting finished. Interest up to 7K. Scary amount. Let's see what we want to hit next. Probably more furniture and clothing. That's kind of the way we make money here. Pay off our debt again. 7K losses from nationally owned buildings. Iron mine, tooling workshop, and lead mines are all doing terrible whenever we aren't working them. Okay. Let's keep investing into our textile industry in Kyushu. Because it's interesting. Whenever we don't work, this loss number goes down. Or this loss number goes up, but our construction costs go down. So it's kind of vice versa here. It's like we own some furniture manufacturer. It's all the stuff that we're building, stuff that we own. How's this working? I need to get someone else who's not the Shogun into this party. Let's see about throwing in our friendly homesteaders here. Ooh. We are not going to help with Krakatoa. Got our own fucking problems. Grenades would be really good for us. And only at -5, that's not terrible. There's line infantry. Okay, I think we can make a push for agrarianism. We just gotta get something to appease the Shogun. Right now, traditionalism, we are just getting terrible tax, no investment. This at least gets us some funds invested. Problem is getting these guys to stay happy here. Minimum wage up. These guys are just so pissed. It's the number of radicals. We can't pass a law here anyway. Would love for a movement to form somewhere to appease some people. Okay, you're not getting tin farmer. We'll say we're gonna do it when we won't actually do it. Things are not looking up for us. Now we have more grain. I guess we're losing subsistence farms whenever I start building this stuff, which is why we're seeing the grain be as expensive. Also, we're gonna lose. Kanto needs to switch over to cargo ports here to give us some infrastructure. Losing 30K. Yeah, I think we're getting rid of tenant farmers slowly, and we're having more and more people come and actually enter the workforce. Abolishing the corn laws. Oh, God. So, inspiration for our ages. Agitator for free trade. Being led by grant leadership. We now have a market liberal in charge of this. Anything's better than isolationism. It's because the Hymnen don't like it right now, huh? So I could use this to get rid of our isolationist tendencies. How's this going to work when I do this? We're going to have... Okay, protection's going to be the best one to go with. It allows us some kind of trade, which is desperately needed right now. So we can start exporting some of these goods that are costing us so much money. And then it's going to be going to things like laissez-faire. And having to deal with the angry rural folk. Oh, we're one of our fleets. That's fine. What can I do with my taxes here? I'd love to change our voting law. But to change it, we probably need to get rid of traditionalism too, right? Now we have railways, which are great here. But what we want to do, I think, is probably grab intensive agriculture. And then water tube boiler. Unless banking. I could see an argument for banking just for the interest rates. Let's do banking, and then we're going to grab intensive agriculture. Then we're going to come back to society, and I think we want to kind of hit up the public schooling routes over here, maybe. Yeah, I think this is the play. Right now, funds are a problem, but we're working towards getting away from our taxation laws. I'd love to go per capita here. We need someone who's not the show, not traditionalism. So okay. We should be in favor of this. Got authoritarian in charge. A lot of angry people. Paying off our taxes 1 week at a time. Popular playwright. Do it, please. Could we tax tobacco? Maybe I can make a tobacco place. Problem is, if I start building something, I'm going to start losing money. Maybe I can do one building. Let's see. Can I do one building and not have problem? Looks like one costs about 4 to 5K. Can I do two and not have a problem? No. I can do one thing at a time in order to have our economy shape up better. Urbanize the shogunate. Need to have education investment. Iron mines in Kanto. Good. Credit's almost paid off. Also good. I want to build probably more rice fields, honestly. Build 3 in Kanto, and then I want to start getting a little bit of the motor industries. Probably 2 in Chubu for now. We're going to need railways very soon. We're right back to losing 12k. It's actually not terrible interest lost here. Patience is definitely going to pass. And it's the question of, can I get rid of this and go to something like... Laissez-faire would be ideal, I think. Just how much... Let's suppress the rural folk real quick. They're in the way for the laws I want to change. I could still go to agrarianism, and I think we might. Alright, there is now the ability for us to do trade. So let's see if anyone wants to export or take some of our routes. Okay, maybe a little bit. Make sure we get a little railway built in Kansai. Wherever we have the worst infrastructure, get me 2 railways. Take the hit. And we're on the path to industrializing pretty fast here. Wouldn't say fast, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah, rail transportation has a railway. And steam engine time. Level 3 motor industry. Let's make sure that motor industry we built is level 3. I want to actually knock these out because the research bonus is going to be really good for us. Okay, so we'll get the railways built, and then we're going to just swap everything over to rail transport just to get the pulse of it here. Also, Heavenly Kingdom has spawned. That's quite good. Law change. Let's look at those. So, interventionism everybody likes. I think we take the win here to get interventionism, because it lets us change our tax law and make more money. And just let everything else kind of catch up slowly. Yes, just because I think we might be able to get laissez-faire if these guys get a little weaker. Everybody's angry at us, by the way. Probably because I'm not paying anybody any money. But it is what it is. We'll go for an hour episode for the first one of the series. Final word. Get bonus authority, get bonus legitimacy. Give me the authority here. I'm going to cut these nonsense taxes that don't make us any money. And this is better. We're actually getting close here. Lost some gold fields, which is tragic. We need to build these gold mines. Okay, now here's the question. We have the railways. Just need to turn everything on to rail transportation. So let's just pretend to do this. We'll swap everything back in a second, but this is going to provide us with some expenses. Don't care about the costs. Probably will keep urban centers on it, though. And wooden pasture cars. Right, there is railroad boom. Bonus research there. We can put everything back on normal. That is good. Ports need to be all cargo ports eventually. Okay. I think that's fine. I think at this point, can we kick you over? Let's at least do... What's our tooling? We're doing quite good in tooling, so let's kick a little bit of the livestock ranches over to butchering tools. Don't have a ton of livestock in Ryukyu, but a little bit will still help. Industries need more? We do already have 2 of them. Yeah, we have a building for it. We just need to have demand. Coal is expensive. Grain is expensive. We can fix all that stuff, but first let's get our interest paid off. Once the gold mines are built, our GDP has plummeted. We haven't really grown much. Okay, but we're still passing our law here, which is the big thing. This is fake. Group strength for the Buddhists. Yeah, I get some strength. That's fine. I don't care. 13k. So half our losses are just from interest losses. There goes our minting cost. Okay. Should be making some from our gold mines in Hokkaido. This is making me lean towards wanting to hit up nitroglycerin. I think we do water tube boiler, baking powder, knock out everything over here, and then go for reinforced concrete, dynamite, improved fertilizer in that order. Those are the biggest techs over here in the next level. Even with our full taxes, we only make 9k, mainly because our interest is so expensive. Interventionism should help us get there. We're still losing our economy, slowly going down. I can fix a lot of these problems, though, with import routes. I just don't have the bureaucracy for it. Gold rush, spread the word. Let's get the gold field bonus throughput in Hokkaido. The funds are too valuable. Good. Alright, let's pay off our debt. And then we can come back to it. Yeah, I don't know if I went too hardcore on the initial growing of the economy here and with the building throughput. We definitely have enough capacity for our private investment, but we just keep going into a crazy amount of debt even with our max taxes raised. And our radicals are through the roof here, which is also not helping us too much here. How's the industrials looking? They're slowly getting up a little bit in strength. So ideally next we can get some kind of per capita taxation law passed. There's interventionism. We need to throw someone who likes per capita taxation. No one does right now. If I put anybody in here who's not the shogun, could get it past the petite bourgeoisie. So our market liberal, he likes commercialized agriculture, trial labor, laissez-faire. If we do something like this, we're going to cause some radicals, which is fine. I think I'd rather go for the per capita taxation here. I know it says it's going to be a loss for us, but long term, that's where we want to be. It's good to have that. Debt's now getting paid off pretty fast. Maybe we go full. Let's go full slaughterhouses and the meat packers. Okay, looks like we need some coal mines. Coal, yeah. Should be doing this in Kyushu. Yeah, that's where we have our coal mines. How are we doing for our railways? Everything looks good. Let this go away. I want to build up a little bit of a cash stack here. Social banditry. Oh, let's take a chance. We got the good law. That's good. Good pulse event, I should say. Subsidies, military wages. Let's start paying our people a little bit more. Make them a little bit happier. The duel. So we have the authoritarian versus the theocrat. Let them fight. So this was a theocrat. So now we have a new one in charge of the... Okay, now we have a... Okay. Not the best. Sure, there's the pro-Russian lobby. That's all fine by me. And so where do we go from here? If I went and did, like, free trade, minus 10. I went and did laissez-faire, minus 10. Okay. Kind of got to get these passed as fast as possible. We have the market liberal around. All right, we're back to making some money here. I think we can let's throw out some more furniture factories. I know we have... Let's build some of these in Kansai. And in these ones in Kansai, I just want you to focus on normal production for furniture. And the other one that we have is going to just do the precision tooling here. Well, no, we don't need more luxury furniture, do we? Yeah, you'll stay how you are, and then eventually we'll swap you over later once we actually have demand for those kind of stuff. Death and taxes. Jingoist dies. Jingoist dies. And we got another Jingoist. He's been replaced. Sure, bonus minimum wage, I don't care. Getting closer to being able to afford building. Like, if I cut corporate wage, I think we could actually afford it, which I will do. We can afford to build again. Oh my god, this is wonderful. Let us actually build some logging camps to help out with some of our shortages here. Oh. It's been rough. It's definitely been rough here. But now we are making funds. And I could levy another tax if I need to help make ends meet. But we're good right now. Whew. That was rough. Now it's a question of can we get back towards a decent, like, tax level here. Feels like a no, but we can try. We have a little bit of gold reserves saved up to help us get through here. And I could tax something else to help out. Per capita taxation succeeds. We'd only lose a little bit here. We've gotten some good reforms through in our initial opener here. Back to losing a lot of money here. So let's so we can afford to work on 2 things but not 3 is the lesson I'm learning here. And if I raise my taxes, I can work on all of them. So that's good. And we'll let this kind of churn through until we have a big gold reserve up, and then we'll deal with things as they come. Definitely need more of those coal mines. Build 10 of them, because I know it'll be a big usage for us down the line. Gotta remember we can start actually doing trade here. It's just a question of having enough of the bureaucracy, which is another factor I need to consider. Let's get interest in Manchuria, interest in Indochina again. We lost some of them because of our changes here. Let's get built up in Chubu, built up a little bit in Kanto, and I want to start building universities very soon. Gold fields depleted, let's build those right away. The funds they make are invaluable to us. And there is per capita taxation. That's good. Where do we hit up next? Free trade could be a play here. Not free trade, laissez-faire, I should say. Alternatively, migration controls. Migration controls lets us get in agitators a little bit, which will be helpful. Who's on our government here? If I kick out... Well, let's get migration controls, and then we will see what all is going on here. I think we can stop suppressing our guys. I'd rather use this for other stuff. Money's going down. Okay, I think we need to put a cut in here. We'll wait till the end of the year. Let's see if we can get another bankroll from these guys. They'll give us Aka? Sure. Where's the revolt versus the normal? So we're going to get this little state here. Potentially for free. Korea wants an alliance with us. I'm going to decline that for now. While not terrible, it's not exactly what I want. Got a lot of stuff queued here. 4 years of stuff queued. Here's a debate here. Let's get the bonus to passing. I know I said end of the year. Let's go and put a cut in here. It's been a little bit of a rough start. I'll be the first to say it. We do have this little piece of land here, which is not terrible. Let's put a port over here. But we've grown, right? We've gotten closer to where we can actually afford to do our full construction with 60 as our construction capacity. I want to keep growing that, getting that high. I think next episode is going to be getting our research up to speed. I want to build some universities, and once we have good university count, I can just focus purely on industry. The law reform's been going well. I definitely need to switch out the Petit Bourgeoisie soon. Once we get migration controls passed, probably need to do that as fast as possible. But still a little ways off from doing any Meiji restoration stuff in this column here, because I can't seem to get the intelligentsia into power without them having some problems here. So we're making progress. It's good. It's just going to take us a little bit there. But I'm having fun. Hope you guys are too. And I'll catch you in the next one. Later.